We're live and in color. Um, Jim will not be joining us today because he's sick, but I don't know what he's sick of. So the problem with living in LA is people don't talk about this. But the weather when it is winter, and obviously we're in LA, it doesn't get Arctic, but when the weather
Not at all.
but when the weather sometime in the winter time, I can wake up to it being in the 30s or 40s. But it warms up during the day. But the weather changes, and that's my sinuses are going full blown right now. And we're supposed to have like a literal week of rain right now. So
Well, I just literally got the official press release. I know they've been beta testing this, and I think everyone has been allowed to get it beta tested, but it says Discogs launches new mobile app for record collectors on the go. Fully redesigned Discogs app fuels record collecting for music lovers everywhere. Now, I've been using the beta app maybe up to a year now, and they kept literally every week or two. I get an update. But for me, I'm not a heavy user, so it's been fine for me. So I'm curious if any heavy users have had issues. But I guess now maybe it's available for everybody. I don't know. That's my take.
Here's my take on this. And I have several rants today, people. There's rants coming.
Be careful.
Yeah. I did when I started really using Discogs, they had an app and it was a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Then it's always been a piece of crap. The app, when you go look at an album, and I'm guessing that they haven't been able to fix this. You go to an album, then you back out of that to go back to where you were, and you can't. That's why I stopped using the app.
Well, let's
be honest. A lot of these apps for your phone are built around the browser.
Right.
So I just go through Safari to access Discogs, and it's fine. And here's another thing, Discogs, if you're watching, Mr. Ronald D. Discogs. I've brought up lots of issues with Discogs. It like the Steely Dan Asia. You can never find the copy you have. Never. It's impossible.
Well, but is that Discogs' fault or
it is. It's one of your good friends is an archivist. It's an archivist problem. They need to figure out a way for you to easily access the album that you're looking for if there's 500 different versions of it.
Yeah.
But
it's only as good as people have inputted for those records.
How much money do you think Discogs makes a year off of just people's sales?
With sales, they should be making a pretty penny.
I have to think they are making plenty of money to hire a team of people to revamp the system and make it better. Coming up with a stupid app that doesn't need to work, that doesn't work.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the app's supposedly out now, and people can try it. And we'll see. And hopefully, if they listen to people and now after the beta is finished and more users are using it, if there's issues, they should update it. But again, only as good as the entries when you have
I understand.
Like Wikipedia, you have
but the entries usually are fine. Here's where I'll give I'll give Discogs thumbs up. They'll give you a notification saying that the version of the record you have has been updated. So I think they do an okay job with that.
Yeah.
But here's where Discogs sucks. Okay? I'm going to tell you. Discogs, this is the one thing you could do to make Discogs better. I place items for sale on Discogs. I don't sell a lot on Discogs. I did just sell an expensive record on Discogs. I sell more on eBay. And here's why eBay is better than Discogs for this one thing. You can see how many people looked at your listing on eBay. You can on Discogs. And if Discogs could let you know if people are looking at your entry, so you could either change the price or do something different, That would be a beneficial thing to the users who sell on Discogs. That's my number one thing with them.
Okay. Well, we'll see. The new app supposedly is available now. They've been beta testing it and changing it. So I don't know. I'm not a heavy app user, but it's the things that I used to bitch about so far have been better for me, but I don't use it as much as you guys use it.
Well,
So.
I mean, I use it when I find an album to determine what it is. That's when I use Discogs. All right. And okay, how many people watching right now have at one time been Discogs does one other thing. You have something in your cart and someone else buys it, they go, oops, you missed out on it. So we're delivering bad news to you. Okay.
Well, if you have in your cart, you should fucking buy it.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, but then be aware you might lose it.
Oh yeah, here's another thing. You should be able to be told the criminal moron idiots who are cyber stalking you. But we all know who they are. But you should be able, they should be called out for overly cyber stalking you. Okay. How many people here at one time in the history of Vinyl Me Please have been a member of Vinyl Me Please in this past week has gotten an invoice to pay for your membership when you have not been a member of Vinyl Me Please for me, like easily over a year?
You sure it's not a bot?
No, I clicked on.
Don't click on it. No.
That's listen, as an educator, one thing where I work, we've taken many classes on phishing scams. I'm well aware of the phishing scam.
Got it.
No. Yeah, Piper told me he got an invoice, and this morning, sorry, Vance, Piper told me he got one. I got one this morning. So what the hell are these scam artists up to?
I'm not one that would ever except going back to Columbia House when I was a kid or teenager. I would not join any of even the good legitimate ones.
When Vinyl Me Please was at their full power, they were putting out very good.
I would order from them a la carte, and even if I had to pay $5 more and miss it, that was the basic, throwing the dice for me. So I would buy the Fiona Apple albums as they came out, and when they were offered to I don't want to join anything. I don't want to be force-fed music. For me.
Okay, we're doing this. Sorry.
Thing is,
sorry. If you're gonna come in here being a dick, you're being kicked out. Okay. All right. So let me just address Novice Nick. Novice Nick, if I came into your restaurant and sat down, and the first thing that happened is someone put a plate of food in front of me without me ordering, it's the same thing. Okay. So what I'm saying is
that would be Nick being generous.
Invoicing someone is not a sales gimmick.
That would be Nick being generous to you.
The one thing people can blast about California, historically, California has been a state that protects the consumer. To me, this is something that a class action could be built around.
They're trying to trip away at the Consumer Protection Agency right now.
Well, that's a national thing.
I know, but that's bullshit in doing that.
I understand. So here's in my knowledge of consumer protection, the states that bring suits, New York is a consumer advocate. California is a consumer advocate. So if you live in those two states, it doesn't matter what the federal government does with protecting.
Even if the companies are out of state?
Yep. If they do business in those two states, you better watch your ass.
Hey Siri, does Washington State have consumer protection agencies?
I'm sure all states do. But those are the two states that protect consumers big time. I'm going to contact.
Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah, I think every state does. But the ones
why would people want to chip away at that?
It's so from ridiculous. My knowledge, California and New York are the big boys. You don't want to mess with those two states.
Ralph Nader was good until he wasn't, until he ran for president.
Yeah, he helped Bush get elected.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
the hanging Chad.
yeah.
Yeah, if anyone go watch Mike the Ingrew's new release, he talked about the Sinatra Tone Poet. He said he put it on the store and people just poked their heads up saying, "What the hell is this?"
What were they doing that they'd have to poke their heads up?
They were digging through the bins, Mazzy.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a lot of floor dirty shit like you like to sit in.
Have you been in the store?
I have not.
I have.
I know you have. You're so special. Give you a cookie.
He's very proud of his bargain bin on the floor. And I found about 5 records in the bargain bin.
Jim, Big Ian, you have to wake up early. Rob already announced that Jim is sick.
Jim's not feeling well
Jim is
today.
sick. So 2 of us are here. Maybe there'll be other people coming up later, I hope, because I don't want to be stuck here for 2 hours with Rob alone. We want to say a little shout out. Those of you who've been around the vinyl community for a long time, Nick Rudeau, who doesn't make videos anymore, he's in Seattle, and I met with him and a friend of his. They came from Boise, and they're going to see David Byrne tonight. And we went to Easy Street yesterday and had lunch there, and drove around to Silver Platters, and then I dropped them off at where they're staying. So we had a mini half day Seattle tour.
Well, he's pals with.
Yes, we talked about Too Many Records a little bit.
Did he get feedback from?
Not since that I know of. We didn't talk. I mean, we didn't dump on anyone.
Nick has come to LA. I've hung out with him.
Yeah, I know. He said
he's a very nice person who I can't imagine in a million. And I can't imagine in a million year why he feels the need to defend that Too Many Records guy.
Well,
so yeah, people let me know if you're getting these unsolicited Vinyl Me Please invoices. That can't be a good thing for them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's happening this Saturday? It's Amoeba's 35th anniversary.
Wow.
So they're celebrating at the stores.
Okay.
So I might go over there.
I'm not near an Amoeba anymore, so I can't go.
Here's the thing. Let me pull this up. So 35th, Saturday the 15th at all the stores. You get a poster, their prizes, everything.
35 years, boy. Half my life Amoeba's been around.
There's a couple things I've heard this year that I go, really? It seems like Amoeba's been around longer than 35 years.
Well, they were in Berkeley. Berkeley was for a long time, from
it's been 35 years though. They haven't been there more than 35 years.
It's really, now that I think
well, you know what? They technically were Rasputin, and then didn't one guy leave and start Amoeba?
Yeah, I think so. But I have a friend, a guy who hired me or introduced me to my friend Vernon to hire me a record factory. He was like the regional guy for the record factory. His name is Steve Countryman. He's still alive. Years ago, he had a stroke, and so he's disabled somewhat. But great record guy. Great music guy, a lot of British music. Anyway, he, after the whole record factory thing, he worked for the first Amoeba in Berkeley as the buyer. And when I was selling a third of my collection in 95, when I did my purge, he came over to my place and we chatted. And he's the one that I ended up getting. He gave me a little more, but still, think about it. I sold 2,000 records and I got $2,500. That's what it was in 1995. But they only had one store then. And then, of course, later they opened. So that was 95. So that's 30 years ago.
They were ex-employees of Rasputin.
Yeah, that's 30 years ago. So they started in 1990 then in Berkeley. And
how old is Rasputin? Does anyone know how old Rasputin?
That goes way back to the 70s. Rasputin goes way back in Berkeley. But then they took over the bowling alley that had been, it was Haight Street Bowl. And then it was Rockin' Bowl. It was like one of the first Rockin' Bowls in the country that had like every night black lights and rock and roll and rock music. And it was pretty big for a while on Haight Street. And then when that closed, Amoeba took over the bowling alley. That's where they are now on Haight Street. And then LA was later.
You can't. Didn't they make it smaller recently?
The bowling alley one? No.
Yeah. Didn't they? I thought they made it smaller.
Well, I was there a year ago. So no. They move things around. They have like a video room that used to be It used to be a jazz room or a classical room. I don't remember, but there's a DVDs, Blu-rays, video room and stuff.
Well, hey, I picked this up yesterday.
Yeah, Rasputin was 71. There's also Leopold's and Rasputin were the two old ones in the late 60s.
I picked this record up yesterday from Atomic. It was on the wall. I the day before, some dude brought in a jazz collection, and I noticed this one. This is sealed. 65-year-old record sealed. So you know what I'm going to do?
Now, is that musty on the top, on the outside?
It's got aged film, and there's foxing, browning underneath it because it's
it's brown. So it's mildewing underneath the thing.
You're
going to let all that mold and mildew in your apartment.
It's not mildewing.
Everything is
warranted image.
Old records are filthy, smutty, smelly, mildewing items.
I don't know.
Bring in.
You know what? I have a feeling. I don't know if this was resealed, but I don't think it was. But we'll see. I'm gonna open it with George. So let's see what I can do here with this. It's not even a shrink that you would want to keep on.
Hello, Miss Eve.
I mean, this is 60, Mazzy. So in 60 were records.
I said it was 65. You said, 1960.
This is a 65-year-old record. It's not 1960.
So what's your question about 1960?
But there's always records came sealed or they didn't come sealed.
I think
I'm opening it. So I'm taking off this film.
I would wear a mask when you're doing that.
Dude, you haven't been in this apartment. I should wear a mask 24/7.
You should.
Okay. I'm opening it. Okay, it's off. So I don't know what that is. That little
It's like a stamp of some kind, or
I don't know.
Think it was resealed at some point?
Maybe, but let's see. I'm taking the record out. It doesn't appear to be resealed because you have that. This always baffles me.
Yeah, nobody folded records after.
No, yeah, they shoved it in there and it's always folded like that.
You mean didn't come in poly sleeves in 1960?
Hey, by the way, a friend who made his jazz album, Jacob, he met Julian when he went to Seattle. You know, he lives in Seattle, Julian Prester. He's in his...
I saw the picture.
Yeah, late 80s.
Yeah, so I missed that. I wasn't at the... I didn't go to the club with him.
This looks pretty... You know, it looks pretty good. It's a pretty good cover. Okay.
Do you know that music on that album?
No, I don't. I didn't know of this album at all.
Got it.
But I mean, based on got people playing on it.
Have you ever done a screening in Spiritsville?
Yes. Well, I've done screenings a lot of places, but a lot of times at the end of the movie, it doesn't go well. So it might as well be in Spiritsville.
Okay.
Okay, it's coming out. And it's flat. It's not warped.
And how's it look?
There is some on one side. There's a little bit of what you would call the leaching thing.
So do you think the Humming Guru will get rid of some of that?
And there's always, this is an AB, that pressing plant. There's always some issues. This was not mastered by Rudy Van Gelder, so it's not an RVG. He didn't do it. It says here Ray Fowler did it.
Oh, on Keep News produced it. Okay.
Yeah, this is on Jazz.
Okay. There we
go. But
it
appears to be a deep groove.
My buddy Oren.
It's a deep groove, and it's pretty clean. It looks nice. So
God damn it, people keep up with this thing. Third time now. Jim is sick.
Yeah.
You know, okay, when you go to a movie, you walk in 20 minutes after the movie starts, you start asking everyone in the theater, like, what happened in the first 5 minutes?
Actually, Mazzy, have you been in a movie theater lately? That often is what happens. That's my problem with movie theaters. But Jim quit. He called me this morning and says, I've had it, and he's left.
Yeah.
He's going to go join another live stream that broadcasts in the morning. So this looks good. I will Humming Guru it and put it on the turntable and let you know what it is. But That looks good. It looks, and I'm anxious to listen to it. Julian Prester played with Sun Ra, and he has two really excellent ECM records from the 70s. One I think is a must-own, but they're two very good records. So I have several records by him. And he's still around to be acknowledged for his brilliance. Uh-oh. Jim has reported back from his quit tour. I suspect for a man of Jim's age, the shit he puts in his body, I don't understand why he's not sick all the time. He's having a stomach thing. But you know what? You're probably not wrong. He loves a good protest. He's trying to unionize Novice Nick's restaurant. That's what Jim's doing right now.
I'm one of the former record collector news writers that wants to unionize.
I'll join you. I will do it. By the way, everyone, I've been cleaning and flattening. I have a stack of flattening records because I got the flattener back. So I'm preparing for Saturday's auction. Lots of good stuff. Later today, I will do a live stream preview of what's available in the auction. So
I picked up this. This is a used record in pristine shape, and I've had this on CD. This is a 30-year-old record. Now, it wasn't sealed, but I love this record. And this is Friends of Dean Martinez, The Shadow of Your Smile, 1995. This was on Sub Pop, and this was an offshoot project, or maybe before even. Two of the guys that formed Calexico, and it's a lot of the artists that were in those Southwestern kind of crossover vast things. It's an instrumental album, very spaghetti Western, like Santos and Johnny, surfy, but all instrumental.
What year is that from?
1995. It hasn't, as far as I know, it's never been reissued. And this is something that could be a great record store.
What label is that on?
It's on Sub Pop. I literally said everything you just asked me, but it's okay.
Well, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, I know you're not. But it's just a great vibe. If you know Calexico, in a way, like the one of my favorite albums this year, I keep bringing up, is a Geckos record, and I think Howie Gelb has something to do with this too. Who's in the Geckos? It's almost like a soundtrack of that Southwestern Tejana stuff, but again, more instrumental, a little that twangy, surfy guitar thing, and it's so good. But I've had this CD for years, and I haven't seen the vinyl.
I mean, Sub Pop isn't that expensive. It was like $25.
No, this goes for $50 to $80 right now.
What?
Yeah, it's just you don't see it very often. So
all right, it hasn't been reissued. You just found a copy.
It has not been reissued. This is the original.
Ah.
This is a 30-year-old record.
Okay.
And it's in perfect shape. It looks like it's clean as hell. There is the label at the time. Now this is their first album, and then they've changed over the years, different members. Again, they're side projects for a lot of other of those bands there. And it's really
funny.
good.
It's funny that Sub Pop, it seems like a lot of their titles don't go out of print. They're available.
Well, I don't know all the history there, and I don't know why this hasn't been. I mean, I think this should be reissued now, but I don't know.
Have you ever met someone from Sub Pop?
Yeah, we went to when Michael Kilmer was in town. We went to the Sub Pop offices, but I didn't think to ask, like, what about this and what about that? I met an A&R guy there. I could ask him, but I don't know if there is a demand for this. But I love this kind of this record particularly. Again, I've had the CD for 30 years. They were right before they put out a record. They were called Friends of Dean Martin, and of course the estate said so they changed it to Friends of Dean Martinez.
That's a better name.
It's a better name, totally. For what the music is, it's a better name.
Okay, so I think today we're allowed to show these records. I was asked to put a hold on them, but I had them for a while. Mazzy's going to retrieve his. So
we did show him the other
I'm not on the Mazzy style gravy train, and the only reason I get records is because I write little blurbs for Record Collector News. That's how I get them. And I don't ask for everything. I send the person I know, hey, can you send me this one? So I don't ask for everything and demand it. But I got a copy of this. I've had a Japanese, and I think there was a reissue in 2017. I might have heard for records.
I've never seen it on vinyl. I have the Japanese CD from the 90s.
I've seen originals of this twice, and it was like a $300 to $500 record each time I've seen, both times.
This was originally on Savoy.
Yeah, so I showed, or Mazzy showed too, the Yusef Lateef OJC Savoy reissue, and that was excellent. This is excellent too, very good, and you'll never find an original of this, and you'll never pay what they go for. So there's a couple different lineups on it. Art Pepper, Russ Freeman, Bob Whitlock, and Bobby White. And then Hampton Hawes, Joe Mondragon, and Larry Bunker. Great record. Very good. Go pick it up. You'll be satisfied and happy. And I have a ton. Art Pepper's one of the artists I have a ton of. So I picked this up. Okay. This record, so I'm always iffy about this next artist because a lot of his success records I hate because he's put in front of horrible orchestration. But this is a good one. This Wes Montgomery Boss guitar, where it's him. It's a trio with Mel Ryan on organ and Jimmy Cobb on drums, and this is good. Sounds excellent.
I have the 80s.
Did you get this too?
I did not.
This is excellent. When Wes Montgomery's playing with a non-orchestration on an album, it's excellent. So I recommend this. It sounds really good. There you go. Those two records. And people give me shit because I say when I show a record, it's really good. I'm not going to show. If I find a record that's horrible, I'll tell you about it. Hey, but I do lame research. I'll stream a record, say this sounds good. I'm going to go buy it. Then I hear from people it's good. But literally, this whole OJC, everyone I've ever gotten.
Yeah, the OJC and the OBCs, the blues, are consistently great.
Well, they aren't doing OBCs. They're doing Bluesville.
Well, but they are OBCs. If you look on the prefix.
Well,
they're calling them Bluesville, but it's the original blues. They're reissues mostly, not all, solely of the OBCs.
Are you being serious?
Me?
What does boss mean? It means you're the number one guy. You're the guy.
No, but back in it came out of the surfer lingo in Southern California in the 60s. Hey man, this boss man is cool. It's groovy. That's how it was used. West Coast surf lingo.
Okay. I don't know if you're making a joke by posting this question, but I can honestly tell you, and Mazzy might agree with me on this. If someone who has the rights to like the Ventures, and mainly, what's the guy with the guitar? He played in Malibu all the time. Dick Dale. Dick Dale. If someone went out there and reissued Dick Dale records, people would buy them. They're good. So surf music
is popular. There's a whole.
I understand, but
there's also a subgenre that crosses in, like they did David Lynchy thing with that, the big bass guitar, like the James Bond theme. It's not exactly surf music, but that southwestern stuff.
I mean, not like Hawaii 5, not the Hawaii 5-0 theme.
No. But there's that cross genre that you have. This Ry Cooder's done some of it. Take a shot, everybody. But in that kind of twangy, that record he did with the Cuban guitarist on Nonesuch is like that too.
Yeah, this boss guitar. Boss means you're the guy. You're the number one guy.
Yeah, hey man. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm telling you, whoever can get the rights if someone out there can get Dick Dale records, I don't even know what the best Dick Dale record is.
Well, there's I have a couple. I have a couple originals.
No one said he was, and stop being a homer.
Yeah, I've never seen this on vinyl in the wild. I mean, I was buying all this kind of stuff on CD of a Giant Sand, all those. You know, I hate to put them all in that basket. A crossover of the pre-Calexico stuff, this stuff, Giant Sand, obviously later Wilco, and all
How
the
did
kind
you
of
magically go back to talking about that record?
Well, I'm reading. I'm responding to your audience, Rob.
Is Link Ray technically? He's not surf music.
Yeah, he's got that twangy guitar thing. I mean, also then you cross over in the rockabilly stuff, like the Link Ray Robert Gordon album. That's very, the covers. That's a great record. Those series of was there 2 or 3 of the Link Ray and Robert Gordon records were excellent.
Hey, you know what some of you people are doing? It's like that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the father kept saying how everything relates back to being Greek.
Yeah, I think
it's surf music.
I think it's time, even though he's probably he's already thinking about the next album. Angelo Kelly should do a surf record next.
Kimbo, I highlighted your other comment about disparaging your new album.
Hey, Kimbo, I keep forgetting. I should have, when I saw you the other night, I should have brought you the Brandi Carlile autographed record. I forgot. So if you're in the neighborhood before next week, let's hook up again, meet up again. I did get. Oh, this is. I haven't heard this yet. Hold on, where is it?
It's not the same. It's a different.
Too many records in the house. Sorry.
Ammons was on Prestige. This is on Riverside. Wes Montgomery was on Riverside. Yes, we're all celebrating Neil Young's 80th birthday.
Oh, I got something.
Everyone go set off fireworks.
I got something where Rob will dig too, but hold on a second. I got a couple other things to show. I picked this up. I can't believe I missed this band live. They played at Neumos 2 nights ago, and I have their last album. I can't remember who in the vinyl community turned me on to Twit by Bar Italia, but their new album, and they just played, but they had signed copies. Get them while you can. They just posted it this morning, and I ran into Matt, the owner of Easy Street, because I picked this up because I like Bar Italia. They're kind of new wavy, punky, but got great hooks. And I wish I'd gone to see them, but they have signed copies right now at Easy Street. I think you can get them online. How much is it? It's $35, but you get a sticker and everything, but they're signed. I haven't heard this record yet, but I picked it up. Anyway, picked that up yesterday. But here's one. I haven't heard any of these. I haven't opened this, but let's talk about Rob's hometown. Rob, this is your life.
Yeah. Oh, you got that copy. Did you listen to it yet?
I literally just said I didn't listen to it. I didn't even fucking open yet. It just came yesterday. This is a record store day, Black Friday.
Because Zev said he has access to a lot of recordings.
Yeah, right. This is I guess these were a lot of, I don't know if they were radio broadcasts, but they were off the board tapes of a lot of shows at the Bayou, which Rob knows better than I do. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I believe the Bayou's not around anymore, but right. It was next to the 930 Club. That was the big place to play in DC. Now, yesterday I went into Safari and I saw another DC punk band album. This band called Dag Nasty. If anyone knows DC punk, Dag Nasty was another big.
So this is unreleased complete concerts from 80 and 81. The earliest live recordings. Anyway, this is kind of the first rock thing that
I don't know if they had a resurgence, but that company Org reissued all their albums. I thought that did pretty well for them. So
yeah, we did mention the Sinatra. Comes out tomorrow. None of us have heard it.
I have
haven't heard
I
it.
have an original mono of it. It's coming out in stereo, right?
Yes, I did order a copy, so I'm not on the Tone Poet Gravy
I
Train.
don't.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know if anyone is.
is any? I think I know one guy who might. Well, I don't know.
Well, no, I'm sure they're reviewers. I'm sure
I don't.
maybe
I don't actually. I don't think they send out. Maybe when they do those
Fremer
special.
probably gets certain titles. I mean, no one gets everything, and that's fine, you know. But I buy probably 70% of the Tone Poets now.
I'm behind. I'm waiting if they do a big sale this holiday season.
60%, what is 70?
Yeah, I might stock back up on. There's about 4 or 5 titles that I would like.
Yeah.
So.
But there are, I guess, for sure.
All right, let's prove Mazzy wrong. Let's see if it's mono or stereo. Let me look it up right now.
Let me try to think what I can.
It's okay. Dan B says it's Monty, so I don't know what kind of what is Monty.
It's mono. Is it mono?
People are saying it's mono.
Oh, okay. But it's the first time that tape was used, apparently.
Well, yeah. From what Mike says, there was 2 copies made, one put in storage that was never touched. So let's see. What?
A comment. Okay, I want to know if anyone. I've been getting some interesting comments on. I did a video on the record that destroyed Prague.
Mm-hmm.
Tales from Topographic Oceans. I kept saying tales
You
from
said it destroyed Prague.
Yeah, for me, I said for me personally, it single-handedly destroyed Prague. It was overbloated, and I don't have the record anymore, but they announced about a week or two ago, 12 CDs, 2 LPs, and a Blu-ray box set. Like, it's hard enough listening to 80 minutes of that fucking record. So now you got 12 CDs of it. So I wanted to make a video, a little tongue in cheek, but I sat down. I swear, I sat in my sweet spot for 80 minutes and listened to Apple Music, the entire, not the new Steven Wilson mix yet, but the entire Tales from Topographic Oceans. And I thought, okay, I'm finished now. It's 80 minutes. And I still thought it was a bloated mess. There was moments of okayness. And after that, all of a sudden, after the 4 main tracks, there's 4 sides and 4 themes in a way. All of a sudden, there's bonus shit. So another 23 minutes plus. And I kind of turned it off after a few minutes of that. But
that was sent to you, or you bought it?
No, I didn't. Neither.
Oh.
But it was announced. It's coming out in February. I thought it was like a news story. People need to know. And my opinion is that's a bloated mess. I'm sure like Project Gemini, Mark, and some of the Prague heads, Prague nerds, the Prague guys will love it. And that's fine. This is one man's opinion. Because I liked Yes up until that, and I liked.
So I have 2 older brothers who were musicians into music, and that's what I learned. They loved Yes. My brother older than me loved Yes, listened to Yes religiously. What album is And You and I on? Is it on Tales of Topographic Oceans?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I always thought that was on there. Hold on. Someone has a question. Earth, yes, they deserve the acclaim.
Yeah.
But here's a problem. As someone who's a movie guy professionally, and I like movies, things become stereotypes of themselves very easy in pop culture. So maybe if you're on the other end of that and you don't think they deserve the acclaim, or I don't know where you stand, they're great records. In fact, I just picked recently, I showed it. I have a Time Out mono that's autographed by Dave Brubeck on it, and I listened to it again. The mono sounds awesome. So there you go. I don't know if that
the thing is, compared to rock and roll, and no matter what people say and how over promoted, sold Abbey Road and Dark Side of the Moon are, they're great fucking records, but they're so iconic, and
they're played. There's a problem. I think things become stereotypes of themselves very easily, and those records are played all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, listening to that record, the guest record, I don't really stream at home, but I owed it to myself to listen to that record. I wanted to make a video on it because it's something coming out, and I know how much I've disliked it for 50 years. So I thought I can't showcase a record without at least giving due and listening to it again. Maybe I'll like it again. It's one of those records like every 10 or 15 years, I want to make sure I still hate it, or maybe you rediscover something and you like it more. I realized it's still terrible. I mean, it's self-indulgent. Now, I'm sure they had a good heart. It was a good idea, the whole spiritual side of the Yogi autobiography or whatever, the biography, which is great. But then I like, is it Relayer? The one that Rhino, I forgot to show, the one that Rhino Hi-Fi put out, Relayer. I like that album. I like that one a lot.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's the one that.
I mean, Fragile.
Fragile's the best. Fragile's the best, I think, for me. That's like a perfect.
But even when they had that resurgence in the 80s, the 90210.
Different type of band. It's not even really a prog band then. They're like a pop band. But it's great. I love that album too. But it's so different. You know what album? Okay, we're talking about going back to the jazz, like Kind of Blue. I think Kind of Blue is a great album. For me, my favorite album, hands down, is Something Else by Cannonball Adderley, which is essentially like around that same thing. And some people think
it's basically the same.
Yeah, some people think it's even a Miles Davis led thing, but they couldn't use him. And I love Something Else, maybe because it hasn't been in the public consciousness. So if you don't have a copy of Something Else, who put a good copy out? Did Chad put one out? Or anyway, MoFi, I think, did one too. But Something Else, Cannonball Adderley, Miles is on it. Get that album. If you have your toe into jazz and you got the ones that were mentioned there, get Something Else, Cannonball Adderley with Miles. It's not 90210.
I think that was put out as an 80. Blue Note 80, was it?
It's not I don't know.
Or is it a classic?
I don't know.
They're both.
I think it was a classic, but it was also was it a MoFi one step or single origin? One of those fuckers. I don't know. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. I tell you. Yeah. Yeah. But it's been out a bunch of times, so it's easy to get. So yeah, get a Blue Note Classic. You got to get it for $25 or whatever. It's worth it.
That's what I have. I did see a record store around here had a old G copy of it, but those OGs go for over $200.
Yeah, and it's not going to sound as good as the Blue Note Classic.
No,
they go for the tapes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was also. Was it a I don't remember now. Okay. I think that's one I have 3 or 4 copies of.
Same with Yes. Dude, take a gummy and listen to the album. That's what they're designed to do.
I say in my video, you should probably take acid or mescaline. And even though I'm not condoning drugs, that's the only way. Does anyone here really, really, seriously love Tales from Topographic Oceans? I want to know. And it's fair.
Eddie, if I was to put this in the auction, I would sell it for over $200. This was an expensive purchase. This is for me.
So Baby Microscope is his second favorite Yes album. Okay. I mean, there are people that like it.
This is for me.
It was a Music Matters. Yeah.
Can I have Pretty Things?
I do have the music. Wait. I know it was at 45. I think it was an SRX too. If it is, I do have the Music Matters in because I kept my 33 Music Matters. Okay,
Danny. By the way, VCU won last night, and they lost the game last week. Stupid idiots. They need to play better. What does I do mean, Danny? You got to put context. How's the vinyl of what? You people. Context.
It is kind of hard to keep up with when people are referring to something that was 4 comments back. You don't know. I'm going to
There
love.
you go.
Okay, fair enough. Hi, Mark. You know me with. I don't hate Prague as much as I pretend to hate it because I like Prague, but I think there is that pretentious side of
All
key
right.
changes and.
Hey, let me help everyone out. See this comment right here? I hate it when it came out, but then he put tails, so I know what he's talking about.
That's
I don't
fair
have
enough.
to. I don't have to go up and read through 30,000
So
comments.
Mark and everyone else, who here is going to buy the 12 CD, two Blu-ray or 2 LP and Blu-ray box? Yeah, I could see that. Side one basically would make a great EP. And yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that you'll be able to get Angelo's new album from the In Groove if you live in the States. And I understand there might be some other announcements Angelo's going to be making in the coming months.
When
Right, Angelo?
Prague started doing 2 and 3 LPs, that's when it got problematic from my point of view.
Thank you. Which album? But again, Eric, which album are you talking about? Okay. So this is Tom.
Oh, that's Tom.
Tom Rashan. Uh, YouTube has decided to make everyone's technical name on YouTube their handle in chats, which is stupid.
Oh, yeah. So Tom, I'm sorry. Do you like Tales from Topographic Oceans?
Before you get that question answered,
he likes it now. He's okay.
I was worried. Whatever happened to Tom Rashan? He used to come around here, but he doesn't come around anymore. Well, let's see. No, yeah, no, he's not doing a promotional deal with Taco Bell for his album. He is doing a promotional deal with Taco Bell.
I have to do like 10 to 15 hours of listening today. I have a lot of catch up to do with things I need to.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't like being stuck around my apartment, so I might go out for a bit looking for.
Well, it's raining today. We had a nice day yesterday. Today's a rain day, so it's the perfect day to kind of chill out, listen to music.
I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm going out. Look at this weather forecast. Rain.
Well, it looks like
Monday.
Seattle. It looks like Seattle.
Yeah, we don't.
But even if it says like, look at, we get all this for the next week, but it doesn't really rain like all day. You might have 3 hours and you have 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours of sunshine or blue skies. So
I'm telling you, you're making jokes, but when Angelo Kelly comes out with the announcement that I believe he will come out with.
Now, Seattle news. In Seattle news, we had a big mayoral upset. Our mayor lost by like 2,000 votes to a progressive non-politician woman. And it'll be interesting to see how that occurs. So kind of like what, not as charismatic as New York, but
there'll be more violence in Seattle.
Yes, we're going to close down Seattle. They're going to burn it down. We'll see if this person has the chops for it. But, Seattle voted. It's amazing how close it was.
Okay. Here's another thing. See this comment? It's a West Coast thing, but then he landed the backflip and put rain. So his comment is in context, everyone.
We have Katie Wilson is poised to be Seattle's first millennial mayor. Amazing.
The guy there's a book on the making of that album. What album was that for them? Was it the fourth or fifth album? Was where did Tales fall, Mazzy?
What do you mean?
What number album was it for Yes?
Well, it was end of 73, 74 in America. So January 74, really. It was their fifth album. Let's see, there's the first one with the Yes cover.
That had three different covers.
I know. There's second. There's I think it's
there. You go. You
fifth.
know what? Thank you,
Fifth.
Mark.
Thank you,
Mark
Mark.
says it was the fifth.
Fifth. Yeah, right.
Mazzy's brain smoke almost came out.
Well,
of
I'm exactly. It was a fifth and sixth, but no, right before was Yes Songs. Right before, right? That's the one that's
Hey,
part live.
hey, Nicole, I'll send a link out if you could do the weather forecast for everybody.
So
if
we got
anyone
through.
Wants to, since we don't have Jim, if people want to come up, message me.
We got through 50 minutes without talking about the Epstein files.
I am not. You know, here's my attitude.
Relator is fantastic. I do like
my attitude with everything that's going on in this country is I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Until then,
well, now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing
about my vague knowledge of tales of topographical oceans. But wait, okay. Here's another good question: is that the first double Yes album?
Or no, because they had the live
album.
They had a triple live album before that.
Yeah,
triple,
yeah.
I think
Yes Songs.
Someone who knows more than I do, and I have it, and I bought it when it came out. Right,
but that's studio album wise. That is the double.
Yeah, but Yes Songs, isn't it a combination of live and some studio fixes and overdubs?
No, it's 3 LPs. That's a 3 LP album.
Yeah, yeah.
And okay, tell me.
And then there was Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works.
But that's not the same band.
No, but I'm thinking of my three first prog bands that I got into it from the very beginning were Yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and King Crimson. Of course, King Crimson might have been my first with Court of the Crimson King, and then I love the first ELP record. I still have my first copies. Is it full live album? But I think there's a lot of overdubs. I mean, at the time, a lot of bands like Europe 72 by the Dead, there's overdubs and fixes. And I think, as I recall, Yes Songs has a lot of overdubs and fixes on it. Yeah. It is live, but it's,
Earth, I'll tell you one thing. The thing that interests me least is top anything. So in sports, when people put their top favorites, it doesn't interest me because every year a team's different and players are different. I don't like making lists. So, I could, if you push me for it, whatever. I do like I would say Mal Waldron. I like Mal Waldron a lot. I try anything he's on, I try and get. But I'm not a big list guy.
It's more edits than overdubs.
Listen, he's tired of your bullshit, Mazzy. You're wrong.
Okay,
it has no overdubs.
Okay, just
Yes Songs is a pretty.
I'm correcting myself.
Okay, and this goes along.
It's major edits than overdubs.
Okay, this goes along. That album is cheap. It's not a one you can find Yes Songs for like $5 or under 10.
Yeah, they did a lot of edits. They edited
a very demanded album.
So they didn't add instruments, they cut it up.
Okay.
Which they should have done to Tales. They should have cut it up.
I have something to mention. I'm not becoming an Angelo Kelly fan. So I hung out with Angelo Kelly a pretty large amount of time. And it led me to he would tell me stories that I had really no context for with regards to his family and his musical career. So since then, I've been watching the Kelly family stuff that's available on YouTube. And my number one question for you, Angelo, and I do have a favorite Kelly family song. There's a song called I'm in Love with an Alien that is just genius.
Hey, Mark.
Let me finish my Angelo Kelly shit.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But Angelo, if you look at Angelo Kelly now, he has lovely brown hair. But as a little kid, it was blonde. So the question for you, Angelo Kelly, is, did you dye your hair? Did you and your siblings dye your hair? And then when if you didn't dye it, what happened that it just went all brown? Thank you. And you want me to tell you, Mazzy talks a lot of shit about himself. Here's a factoid about me. I had blonde hair until I was 3.
Me too.
Thank you.
Marcus, you're saying it has next to no overdubs. You didn't say no overdubs, but it sounds like it doesn't. I agree about Zepp Pearl. A few people say, Yes Song sounds terrible. I don't know, the mix, or it's muddy. It's not a good sounding record. So that would be one to have Steven Wilson mix. I would be curious to hear the Steven Wilson Tales mix. I'm certainly not going to buy it. And I don't think you can buy it separately. Is there anybody know? Will there be a individual release of just a Steven Wilson mix of the proper album? I'd like to. Thing is, if I don't like the music, a mix, I don't think a mix is going to help.
All right, now, okay. So I told you I grew up with brothers who my one brother loved Yes. I got into Yes. I liked Yes, especially when they had their resurgence. And when John Anderson left the band, or even a bunch of them, and they replaced him with Trevor, basically
Horn?
the Buggles.
Trevor
The
Horn.
two Buggles came and joined Yes.
Yeah, Trevor Horn. Well, he produced 90210.
Yeah, but he joined Yes. What was the album that he joined? Him and
90125.
the Buggles joined Yes.
Yeah, he produced it. Yeah.
So, but John Anderson went and made a record with Vangelis, and I bought that record thinking it'd be like Yes, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
and
I think
I hated
that
that
sounds
record.
terrible. You know,
The John Vangelis is horrible. Sorry,
hello, good
fans.
people.
Sorry, if fans of Vangelis. In fact, when Angelo Kelly came to the U.S., he ran on the beach to the theme from what's the Vangelis movie?
Chariots of Fire.
Yeah. Hey, listen. You know what? I don't like you because you like these albums. John Vangelis, horrible.
I saw this is a cool bill. Okay, Wild
Yes.
Turkey opened up a show, Winterland. Isn't one of the guys from Jethro Tull started Wild Turkey? I think
I thought you had to leave, Mark.
Wild Turkey. The middle act was Yes. This is the Fragile tour. They didn't even headline when I saw them, and the headliner was Black Sabbath in '72. So
Yes, open for Black Sabbath.
well, it was the three acts: Wild Turkey, Yes, and Black Sabbath. And I went for Yes, not Black Sabbath.
What was the first band?
Wild Turkey. It was a guy that you don't listen to anymore. One of the guys, I forgot which guy, Glenn Cornick, who was in Wild Turkey from Jethro Tull.
Yes, I'm from Danby. I know Danny Gatton.
You know, Jethro Tull, okay, we could have this argument all day or this debate. Were Jethro Tull prog? They were like folk prog in a way. To me, Jethro Tull got more interesting, whereas the Yes ELP got less interesting. I do like the 80s, you know, when Yes did their 80s resurgence of became electronic pop band in a way. I do like those three King Crimson records with Tony Levin
with
and
Adrian Blue.
Adrian Blue, the three trilogy. Those are amazing records. And they're not proggy, but they're frenetic. There's I'll be back.
Mazzy's being visited by his spiritual guru. Okay, see you. Have a good day, Mark. And good luck with your new album. You're always welcome to come up here and talk about it if you like. I do have. I'm trying to think about what I have as Yes. I have CDs of Yes. I occasionally find an album here and there. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. We might hear some noise that might be unsettling. Yes, 90210. It's the one with Brandon and the gang from Beverly Hills. The Eagles open up for Yes. I've met Trevor Raven because he scores movies. So I've met him at test screenings. Very nice person. I don't believe that's true. I believe Hold on. When I click on things, what the hell is that? Context, people. Think like this. Now, Matt, I know they hung out at the Peach Pit on 90210, but put dash 90210 so we all know what context it is. Like this dude. Yeah, I don't think it's worth anything. I don't know what this is. When did that come out? What year did they put that out? Okay, this again is not context. You put your first comment dash 90210. I'm trying to train you people to be make your comments worth more. I don't know what this means, Dampy. When was Tormato the last before John Anderson left the band? I don't know. I'm asking. See, I understand this question. You're in England. All our zip codes are mystery to you, Ed Topo. So when did he? Okay, Ricks, this isn't in context, so I'm making assumptions. Is that when Tormato came out? Is that when John Anderson left the band? It don't come out till tomorrow, Leland. What is the yellow Blue Note OG? What is it? It was on. Are you talking about the one on orange vinyl? Here's what I did, and I am not a criminal like you are, Rich. But I took a picture of it with me holding it. Does this not mean anything? There are my grubby hands underneath it. So I took a picture. I have proof I was there to witness it. You know what? Can you, Angelo, when you're free, can you come up here and who wrote that song, I'm in Love with an Alien? Who wrote it? Seriously, I'm not joking. And the production budget on that video didn't look like it was cheap. That video looked like it cost money to make. And who wrote the storyline for that video? I have so many questions about that video. And you know what? I'm not going to share the link. Just go look on YouTube for Kelly Family, I'm in Love with an Alien. Okay. I like it when your sister in the middle of the song starts singing something. I don't know what it is.
Okay. I'm going to show another excellent new release.
Did this just come in the mail right now?
No.
What did you have to leave for?
No, I got some.
Did your intruder alarm go off? Is that what the times
I have a Ring doorbell. My neighbor had to drop some stuff off, so that's all.
Okay.
No, this is nothing to do with the delivery. I didn't get any records delivered. This came out last week, and it's an excellent record. She's done about 4 amazing new records. She's in her 80s now. And this is Mavis Staples, and this is Sad and Beautiful World. It's so soulful, gospel-y. It's a beautiful, wonderful record. Well done.
Was it produced by Jack White?
Not this time. This is
she
Brad
hangs out
Cook.
With all those hip people.
Brad Cook did. Well, she did one of Ry Cooder did one of hers. Jeff Tweedy did one of hers. I forget who else, but excellent records are the last. Yeah, this is excellent. If you like even a little bit of the Staples singers, that soulful gospel music. I know John Digital Gramophone, John 6-inch loves Mavis. Probably, I'm sure they either have it or it's on their radar. Yeah, the Chicago song. That's a cover. Is that a Tom Waits? That's a Tom
What
Waits song.
label is that on?
It's on Anti.
I don't know that label.
Oh, they do a lot of rootsy music, great stuff. A lot of Americana, that kind of stuff. There's songs on here. Okay, Chicago's by Tom Waits and Kathleen Brennan. Let's see. There's a Mark Linkus song, "Sad and Beautiful World." There's a let's see, Curtis Mayfield song, "We Gotta Have Peace." Leonard Cohen, "Anthem." Eddie Hinton song, "Everybody Needs Love." This is on a lovely pink. Look at that beautiful label.
Does it say who plays on there?
Yes. Maybe Staples. Sam Beam. Sam Beam is from Iron and Wine. Phil Cook, acoustic guitar. Buddy Guy plays on it. Other people I don't know. Matt Douglas on saxophone. I'm not familiar with him. MJ Lenderman, who is kind of hot right now in the alt country indie circuit, is on here. He's on a couple of tracks, a few tracks actually. Phil Cook, I said that. Derek Trucks on slide guitar. Spencer Tweedy, that's the son of Jeff, plays drums. Anyway, there's other people too, but
When did you get that?
I got it. What came out last Friday? I got it last weekend, and it's excellent. It's going to be one of the best albums of the year on my list, I think.
Sounds like an album that might get nominated for Grammys.
Yeah, these guys tend to get in the rootsy world Grammy nominations.
Hey, I have another rant that I didn't. Here's my rant. So we missed the other day. They announced this Coltrane box, Rhino Hi-Fi. It's 5 albums. Or is it 6 albums? 6 of the Atlantic Coltrane albums. There are 2
mono. The mono.
They're all mono. There are 2 that are not in here.
Well, they don't have the duets. They don't have the avant-garde one.
I had heard
Bags and
somewhere. So the 2 is Bags and Train with Milt Jackson
and the Don Cherry
but
one.
I had heard the reason that wasn't included is there's no mono tape. They can't.
Those were in the mono box in 2016, but those are from digital cuts. But that's an excellent set.
Yeah, both. So I don't know why I don't find that the Don Cherry record, the avant-garde, is that out there. But at least what I heard is the reason the Bags one isn't there is there's no tape. But the controversial thing about it is they used the French album covers, the French issues of them album covers, and I don't know. Did they give an explanation why they?
Not yet. And I want to know Sid Schwartz, Jazz and Coffee, who wrote the liner notes, and he's going to be eventually with Pat Milligan on a Steve Westman. I don't think it's been scheduled yet. Because that's a good question. Apparently, they have the original covers, American covers, in the gatefold. It's interesting they pick the French. We don't know why yet. Now, someone said $250.
They're not very good album covers, by the way.
Well, anyway, $250 is basically $1.50 more or $2 more than what every other Rhino Hi-Fi is. I don't know why it's $2
by the way,
more.
Here, for some reason, here's the Kerbalapistan cover of Giant Steps.
Yeah. So there's really not much. I mean, it's $2 more.
But they're probably going to release them individually, right?
If it sells out, what if it doesn't sell out? There's 2,000 copies.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb. Not going to sell out.
We'll see.
Maybe. And I'm not bashing it because I have every single one of those albums. In fact,
they're good records,
right? But in fact, they came out with a mono version, like that dual stereo and mono. Remember of Coltrane sounds, right? I don't know, one of them.
Yeah. And they just did a stereo Rhino Reserve.
People said they have the American cover inside the gatefold.
They do.
Whatever.
I just said that. I literally just said that.
Yeah, but here's my reaction to it. Whatever. It's the front, those ugly French covers. It'd be nice to understand why they did it. It's here. Okay,
that's a question we need to ask.
Yeah, but here's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a manufactured reason to do it. You know what I mean, Mazzy?
Yeah, it could be. That's a fair question. I would ask that question.
I mean, I understand the mono.
Why was that decision made to use the French covers?
Here's the deal with me. Mono should be good enough for people. Like, if you want good mono, here's one thing, and I'll say this until they stop doing it. Those Rhino hi-fi labels on the records are stupid. They're dumb.
I disagree with you on that, because here's my take. If you want an original label, buy a fucking original record. If you look at Warner Brothers, wait. If pick Warner Brothers as one label, you had the greenies, then you had the palm tree, then you had the kind of beigey thing. Labels every 3-4 years used to change anyway. And when you're pulling records out, I want to know if I have a reissue. I don't need it to recreate something that was around 60 years ago. And I understand people want to hear the original Atlantic or the original Warner Brothers, original Sony or Columbia, whatever. Sometimes it's fun to see a vintage thing, but to me, a reissue is a brand new entity anyway. So I want it distinguished easily. When I do the shootouts, you're having like 6 records out.
But Mazzy,
it's nice to see immediately.
Okay, but Mazzy, I'll shoot a rocket through your whole thing about this. You get the reissue because typically every OG you find is either way expensive or in shitty condition.
That's true.
Some people, just like me, I'm all for the Tone Poets because they're new and I just want a copy that plays nicely.
Yeah. I don't think it's a licensing thing with Rhino because they own, in fact, some of Rhino records, regular Rhino records have original labels. A lot of them do. But it's the hi-fi and the reserve they're distinguishing themselves, like MoFi. MoFi uses a MoFi label.
Yeah, but I'll end it with here. Why isn't the mono getting a nice, clean, really good remastered version of the album enough? Why do you have to sully it with these covers? Look like.
Well, the covers, that is a question. I agree with you. I don't know why they didn't use the original covers. That is a fair question. The labels itself don't bother me. The covers, I don't know yet. I haven't seen it. And I'm not quite sure if I might order it. I don't know yet.
I mean, this looks like, here's what this looks like. This is the French Giant Steps cover, okay? This looks like John Coltrane went missing, and they posted this on lampposts around the city. Have you seen this man?
Actually, in that picture,
please call this number.
If you put a cigarette in his mouth, that picture looks like Robert Johnson a little bit. There's that famous picture of Robert Johnson.
I don't speak French, but what I read this as, John Coltrane went missing. He was last seen Saturday the 7th. If you know any information about where he is,
I actually kind of
let us know.
I want to know their reasoning too. I agree with you. I want to know the reasoning why they picked the French, and I'll reserve judgment till I see someone show them.
I'm pulling up another one, and I'm going to make stupid jokes about each one of these covers.
You are. It's the music, stupid.
Okay, here. This is a Coltrane Jazz. Great. That's a good cover. Let's go look at the French one. Here it is. This one. Again.
I like that cover, actually.
It's not. It looks like he's doing a breathalyzer.
I agree with you. The American covers
hold on.
are excellent.
In an effort to protect the streets from drunk drivers, we are now mandating that people have to blow their breath.
Can somebody
inebriated?
Can someone
intelligent? That cover looks like.
Can someone intelligent with a sense of humor come up here and save this stream, please?
Hold on. I'm not done yet. Okay. Okay. If you had to, I said earlier, I'm not about lists, but if you had to say iconic album covers, by the way, this is the one that came out with both the stereo and
Well, let me see the French Olay. I want to see the French because I like the original
well,
Olay.
hold on. I'm not done yet. Yeah, this is not good. That's not a good cover.
Oh, I like that cover actually.
No, it's not good.
It's a different vibe, definitely, than the American, but I like that. No, I want to see Olay. Let me see Olay.
Okay, going to Olay. This is
You're not going to buy anyway, Kimbo. You're not. You hate jazz.
All right, hold on. Here's Olay. Again, I don't know. I would assume a very famous.
That's pretty.
Person. Do you know who designed that cover?
No,
this
but that's
is the American.
Faithful. That's pretty faithful. Oh, that's the American?
That's the American. Okay. Let's find this French one. Did they do a French one? Here it is. Well, I don't know if this is. I don't think this is the French one they used. But how horrible is that one? That's
French not good. That's not. I don't think that's not.
I don't think that's the one they use.
That's not. Well, look
let me pull up all the French covers. Hold on. This is one way that Discogs is good. Okay, here it is. I believe. It looks like.
That's interesting. That's an interesting option.
Here's what this looks like to me. Hey guys, you ever after a nice meal want a cigarette? We've come out with our Olay Coltrane cigarettes. That looks like a cigarette pack to me.
You know, part of it is you know why they're doing this? Because aren't we approaching the 100th year birthday, the centennial of Coltrane? I think so.
67.
What year did Coltrane born?
67.
Hey Siri, what year was John Coltrane born?
He's got to be over 100. No? He would be over 100, wouldn't he?
He was born 1926. So it makes sense. Next year is a centennial of John Coltrane. So when you think about it like that, it makes sense. Not died, born. He would have been 100 years old next year. So it makes sense to do something to celebrate John Coltrane. And that's probably why they're doing it.
You know what? I didn't know John Coltrane, but if I think I will speak for him right now. Those French covers are not good. Okay. I don't know why you use them.
Are we going to have to start going back to Freedom Fries again?
Yes. Hey, we don't have the best relationship with them. They have a screwed up country.
Why is that a bad way to launch an anniversary? You're doing. I mean, those are the records that Warner has. Maybe the cover thing. I'm not going to defend the French cover thing. I don't know. I never saw John Coltrane. I was too young. He died when I was 13.
All I'll say to this is I'm not a fan of the Rhino Hi-Fi labels, and I'm not a fan of those French covers.
Okay. You already said that. Okay.
I mean, I'm looking. If those French covers were anything, then why didn't most of the world use them? You know what I mean?
Because they created their own covers. I don't know. I mean,
if Rhino's allowed to use the French covers, then isn't French Atlantic part of it?
Think about it. A few years ago, Apple, Universal, the Beatles put out the singles box.
Okay,
with all these international covers on the picture sleeves.
Okay, what country other than the U.S. loves jazz the most, Mazzy? Off the top of your head,
France.
No, Japan.
Well, and France.
Here's a Japanese cover of Olay. That is so much better than the French.
No, we mean that Rick's, the labels, the actual record labels, not the obies. Obies are something else. This is a label. That's a label. All right. You know that.
Come on, Ricks. You're not as dumb as that question.
Yeah,
That's pretty dumb. All I'm saying is the Japanese alternative cover.
Rhino Hi-Fi, Rhino Reserve, Mo-Fi, a lot of series labels. I'm surprised Chad doesn't do it. but they have their own like series label. Good or bad, that's what they have. It distinguishes them.
You know what? Here's what
the OB. The thing about the OB, people bitch about the OB, but you can just take it off, slide it in the. I stick the OB inside the sleeve.
I'm going to put my Rhino Hi-Fi company hat on, and here's the only logical reason I can think they use the French covers. We wanted to use another alternative covers, another country, but France was the only one that did different covers for each one of the albums. All the other, like Japan, some of them are the same. That's the only logical thing I can determine, and it's a stupid reason to do it. So I'm not getting the box. I'm going to go out and say that the box is not going to sell out. It's not happening.
Well, it's a good Christmas gift.
For who?
For Jess.
How much is that box, Mazzy?
$250, which is virtually the same price of every other Rhino Hi-Fi. I think it's $2 more per disc.
Now, if they come out individually, which they probably are, I might get.
I don't know why. Well, it'd be interesting them putting those out individually with the French.
Just to have the mono. Yeah. Oh, maybe if it's determined that the mono mix for a couple of them are like must, you should listen to them. Maybe. But
I am gonna, I do every year.
How many? I'm not doing a poll. How many of you people are going to go buy a $250 gift for someone?
Oh, a lot of people do for family members.
I would never. I'll say this, and I don't get gifts from people for my birthday or Christmas or whatever. Don't spend $250 on me. I don't want
that. One reason why so many box sets come out at Christmas time, because they're great Christmas gifts. Now, I'm not sending you a $250 gift. You're not sending me one. I did get the $100 whatever it was, $90 wings set gifted to me. But it's family people, like the Bruce Springsteen box and the Wings box, the Lennon box. Those are going to be Christmas gifts for people. You read on these Hoffman forums, sometimes saying, I asked my wife, I asked my girlfriend, I asked whoever to give me the Beatles anthology for Christmas, things like that.
Hold on one second. Can I address Rich? Rich, I'm not buying you a gift, but I'm very crafty. So here's what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to fill a bag with my own shit, and I'm going to mail it to you. That's what I'm going to send to you.
But again, box sets are Christmas gifts. They always do collections.
I get it, Mazzy, but when was the last time you got a gift from a close friend? The value of it was over.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I have. Okay. You know what it is? Okay, here's the thing. When my photo agency, when things were busy and all my photographers were working, there was 7 or 8 photographers every year. I mean, I was making money off these photographers, and I would give them like a big art book, or if it was a CD box. David Maisel, one of my photographers at the time, gave me a big Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, Ella and Louis, or one of the Ella CD box sets. And it was like, in those days, it was like $125, $150 CD massive box set. Or maybe it was a Billie Holiday, the big Verve one, like $150 or $200. So a lot of people in business give employees in terms of that. No,
my work, we have a holiday party, and
Hollywood definitely
they give out raffle prizes. Look, I get it, but I would never want anyone to spend.
Well, okay. The good example is that amplifier. Some people have seen me. I have a Fender Bluesman amp. I think they used to sell for $500. They sell for $750 now. I have one where they took off the Fender tag, the logo, and it says Playtone. It's because Gary Getzman, who's a partner at Playtone with Tom Hanks, gave certain clients, friends, they bought something like 50 Fender Bluesman amps. And Gary Getzman's sister-in-law is the wife of a friend of mine, and she used to be my bookkeeper. I was visiting them in LA. We were at Gary's house jamming. And I said, nice amp. I was playing through this Bluesman. He goes, oh, do you want one? And he had like 6 more in a closet. That and they probably paid $400 to $500 for these.
No, I think they got those for free.
Well, they put a badge. No, I think they bought them and they paid to have the badge replaced. No, they didn't get them for free. Fender's not going to give them. It's not a publicity thing.
Yeah, well, they made a movie called That Thing You Do, and maybe they did a.
Yeah, this was after that when they did Band of Brothers. But Hollywood, they're making so much money, so for them to pay.
No, look. I
20 grand on gifts.
I worked in it. My boss would send out gifts to clients and all that. I get that, but I'm talking about your personal money, you sending gifts to people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Hold on, Miss You. I'm going to break your heart. Santa doesn't exist. Fictional character. The Santa you know was developed by the Coca-Cola company. I'm round up right now.
I wouldn't. No offense. I wouldn't want a pair of Wilson speakers. No way. Even if I got them for free, I would trade them.
A pair of Wilson. They come to your home for 2 days.
I know.
Setting up those.
It depends on which Wilson. The big Wilsons they do. I don't like. I think they're ugly speakers, and that breaks it for me. I know I've heard them. I know how great they can sound. I know people that have them. Obviously, Mike has them.
Wait, I'm asking. You've never heard the Wilsons before?
I have heard them. They're excellent, but there's a lot of great speakers out there.
No, not there. I'll tell you, I am not an equipment guy. I've said it a million times. I'm no expert, but on 3 different occasions and 3 different settings, I've heard Wilsons as recently as last week.
Right.
There's no comparison for me.
Okay.
I've gone to audio shows and heard many different speakers. There's no comparison to.
Well, maybe this is like 45 versus 33. The marginal difference, the ugliness just gets in my way, and I couldn't look at
Matt, here's my
robotic things.
No, but here's my feeling. I have lots of 45 records. There's nothing I hear from them that I go, wow, that's different.
Yeah. Well,
so,
the thing is, if you A/B things, I get what people are talking about. 45s, they can sound that much better, a little scotch better, but people don't play music A/Bing them. That's not how most people listen to music.
I have the answer for you, Roger. Your mom was backing the rabbi. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, again, if I want a pair of Wilsons, I would trade them in for something else or sell them, whatever.
John, by the way, I saw John in a record store yesterday or the day before. I'm telling you,
it's not the money.
Wilson,
I can't afford them anyway. But
the Wilsons, I believe, if you want to hear the best a system can sound, it's the Wilsons. Everything else is not. Okay. But again, I'm not the expert. I have my knowledge of equipment is at the beginning stages.
Hey Siri, what speakers are better than the big Wilson speakers?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Yes, his answer is going to be fried chicken sandwich.
Wilson Audio's large speakers, like the Alex V, are renowned for their exceptional sound quality. However, other high-end speakers such as the Magic OS 3 2023, Dali Core, and Borazon M1 also offer outstanding performance.
How much are those speakers, Mazzy?
Features and price points. Ultimately, the best choice depends on individual preferences and specific audio needs. That was from ChatGPT. Check important info for mistakes.
Okay, thank you, Kate.
That it should have ended with. Also, you're a pompous ass, Mazzy.
Oh God. As much as I hate AI, that's
what?
On hobby.
You should quit right now, Paul. Turn in all your records. Switch to another hobby. Table tennis, maybe? By the way, screw your table tennis. It's ping pong, everyone. I'm saying right now, ping pong, not table tennis.
Yeah, if I had, what are they, $250,000 retail? Is that what they are?
John, the Wilsons are not for anyone. They're beyond
No,
Listen, if you can buy a house for what you pay for the speakers,
we
buy
used to
the
be able
house.
to. You used to be able to. In some places, you still can.
Here's my take on Wilson's. Again, it's not to own, but if you want to hear the best speakers you'll ever hear, and you have an opportunity to go listen, do it.
Rob, I don't doubt you, and I have heard Wilsons that sound amazing. They're great. You have to have obviously the right amplification, and
You have the right room, the right everything.
Yeah. And I'm not
But
saying they're terrible speakers. I just think they're butt ugly for my taste. That's it. That is the deal breaker right there. And
I'll
those
tell you
fucking
this.
colors, like who buys turquoise speakers?
All right,
Who
here's the
buys
deal.
teal colored speakers?
Here's where Mazzy doesn't know what he has until it's gone. The best looking speakers to me were the ones you used to have and you sold them.
The white ones?
Those JBLs. Those were cool.
JBL. I love the well, that's a classic design. I love those JBLs. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, the speakers you have now and the ones you just got rid of, they weren't pretty looking speakers.
These are a basic speaker. They got that British design. There's nothing fancy about them. They kind of disappear, really match with everything else. It's at this point, it's not that it's great design, but you see these modern speakers that are wild and designed. It's almost, as much as I like good design, they're almost too much or too. I don't like speakers that look science fiction robotic. And there's a lot of speakers that have that either clear or that really kind of, I don't know, plasticky looking, lacquer finish, overdone, over bright. That's just too much for my taste. I like those in other design things, but not in speakers. But again, it's subjective. That's why there's so many speakers. I don't like those flat, are they manipans? What are they called? The big flat ones that look like a sheet, like a curtain. Or
Angelo Kelly, is old Tannoys.
Tannoys.
Is that a speaker or
a
logger?
Tannoys are old. Tannoys are like BBC British speakers in a way, like Harbeths in a way.
See, actually, thank you, Michael. This is the way I want all responses to be in context.
This must be a loser stream because no one else came up to join us.
No, it's all these people are camera shy. There are plenty of people watching. I'll invite anyone to come up and challenge Mazzy for his horrible takes. Just send me a request a link for me. And
Speaking about French, I haven't watched. Now, I want you to listen to me so you don't ask me. I have not watched this movie. You may know, people who know me, I don't care. I'm a big Woody Allen fan still. In fact, his new book is excellent. And it's great. He's been doing interviews, like hour and a half interviews that are very insightful. And considering he's pushing 90, he's pretty on the ball. He has a hearing issue with a hearing aid, but he's still funny and witty as hell and smart. But his last movie that came out last year that was never distributed theatrically in the U.S. is, talk about the French, is Coup de Chance. It's a Woody Allen directed, written movie, shot in Paris, and it's all in French with French actors. And this is his last movie, and so far, at least. I mean, he has another idea for a movie, but that he wants to do in New York, but he can't get American financing, and it's so fucking stupid because nothing's changed except for the Me Too thing going back.
You don't need American financing to shoot a movie.
I know, but what happens is he says he has offers to shoot movies, other financing, but they want it to shoot in France or Italy or wherever.
I think he has enough status that he can get someone.
Well, I'm surprised I mean, he doesn't need a lot of money. He needs like $20 million, which in movie speak is not a lot to make a movie. But this is all in French, and it actually got pretty good reviews. However, I have not seen it yet, but I did order it, and it's coming out. I did see him play the clarinet at the what's that? The Hotel Carlisle.
Yeah, but he stopped doing it, right?
Yeah. What's great about when you see him play with the Dixieland band, they don't say Woody Allen. He doesn't talk. He's one guy out of 10 people in that or 8 people in that Dixieland band playing. He's just another guy there, but people go to see him, and he's really great.
Hey, by the way, Rich, here's the failure of your sense of humor. If you're talking about the witness protection program, which is, I believe, strictly a U.S. thing, we don't spell it with an E. Okay? If you're going to make dumb jokes, at least make them make sense. That horrible British spelling with adding E's to words. Thank you.
You guys, man.
Yeah, the Rhino reissue thing is meh.
I think not everything they do is on target, and
You know,
I don't know, but I'm not sure about this.
If only there was a way to get feedback from your customer base. If only there was a way to. But
you know, I tell you one thing, and again, people are going to say, you know, I'm the defender of Rhinos because I get stuff from other labels too, like Rob knows, Kraft, and I'm getting some of those Universal, like the new vinyl thing I might be getting. But what's interesting about it, and out of all of them, the guys from Rhino get up there and talk to the people and answer questions, maybe not every question. And all the people that talk about Led Zeppelin, yeah, they love to do Led Zeppelin. The Smiths, they love to do the Smiths. The Cure, they love to do all these things that it's not as easy as everyone thinks, that just because they're the label, they have permission or the tapes. So there's a lot more complicated things there. I'm really curious on this Universal thing. The one, it's not a subscription. What's it called? Vinyl file?
They're all Universal.
No, the one the new.
Again, that's another one. Vinyl file. Come on. There was no one in the room.
But it'll be interesting
when someone submitted. Let's call it vinyl file.
Well, think about audio file, vinyl file.
Yeah,
the
pedophile.
The birds use a Y in their name. You know, vinyl file. It'll be interesting to see how those sound, or hear, I should say, how those sound. I mean, that's going to be the proof. If those 4 records, or some of them, you know, Velvet Underground is a good sounding record, but it's not an audiophile record. Will it sound any better? Does it need to sound better? This is stereo this time.
But here's again the thing. They're putting out the albums and a big giant vinyl file. But
that's an Obi you can take off. I don't know why people are so upset.
What do they call people that like British people?
Here's my take.
That has a negative context too, right?
As much as people complain about these Obis, what I like about them, you can easily take them off. I slip them inside after I take the shrink off. But when I go into a store, there's 2 labels in particular, Light in the Attic and Numero Group, if you know their things. They've been using on all their releases Obis. And what's great about it, they describe what's inside. And especially with Light in the Attic and Numero Group, they put up some esoteric things that you don't know. And I've bought records by reading the description or the history. There's a little story that you're told that I think leads to a buyer. Now, if you're ordering online, it makes no difference. But if you're in a store and you see an Obi, that's where it's kind of good, where you see the details. Maybe you hear a little history of the record. Now here, they don't tell the history. They just tell you the DNA, who plays on it, who mastered it, when it was recorded, all that stuff. Isn't it great to have it right there? So you slip it off and you stick it inside. Big deal. And then the cover, has no, in this case, the cover has no barcodes. You get the barcode on the Obi, so you get a clean design cover without a barcode on it, which is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, you've made a good point where that's the way things should be done. So it seems weird to me. I don't know. I think they're in a bubble over at Rhino. They're in a bubble.
Well, they put out a lot of records and sell a lot of records. So
I understand, but do you think there's a different team that deals with the hi-fis?
Oh, absolutely. They have different names, like Patrick Mulligan and Jeffrey Jones do some of the hi-fis. Yeah, and that one guy that was on Westman's does those reel-to-reel tapes. That's one aspect. They have teams or different A&R people that work with different artists, Faces, any of the reissue things. So, like all labels, it's not just Rhino. They have different teams. And remember, look at all the stuff they put out during the year. Like this, okay, as much as I kind of mock this Yes 12 CD box, that's Rhino. You know, I'm not getting, I don't want to copy it. I don't even want to copy. If I reached out to them, would I get one? I don't know if I would or not, but I wouldn't want it just to fucking show it on my channel. But they put out a lot, all that stuff, the Stooges stuff, the Rocktober stuff, the Black History Month stuff, the Start Your Ear Off Right stuff. They're always putting out reissues. You know, so it's amazing that they did this hi-fi series, you know.
Well, they did it as sort of an answer to Tone Poets. That's why.
Yeah. And I think it's smart.
But again, it with regards to what their answer to Tone Poets are, they changed the labels. It's just I don't. It doesn't feel like something.
It's a different take on things, and
yeah, but it's not what I don't. Well, okay, there's a lot of those Rhino hi-fis that are records that aren't sound stellarly sounding records, right?
Well, that's subjective. I mean, some people don't like the way.
Okay, is the Sex Pistols an audio triumph? It's stellar.
It's
recording.
good. It's not anywhere near as good as the original.
Right.
UK.
So why does that need to be an audiophile record?
Because it still sounds better than the original American one. So they did it.
Yeah, but but they
did one that's not
okay.
The hi-fi.
Let me hold on. I bought Rhino reissues over the years. You're telling me that the Chris Bellman standard Rhino reissue of Television, to me, it isn't that much different than the Rhino hi-fi. It isn't. That's my ears, Fremer.
What the fuck is that?
Uh-oh. Is someone sending penis pics to Mazzy, dick pics?
Never mind.
Okay. Are you gonna let anyone in on your little communication?
No, it's nothing bad and it's something weird. It's just I don't want to share something. Mike Esposito sent me a picture of a drink, but it's like, Jesus Christ, cholesterol city. Sorry. Are you watching this, Mike? Probably not. Yeah, I think he must be in Den Bosch.
No, he's there. He's there.
Okay.
Tonight's the night. Well, if they're 8 or 9 hours ahead.
It's Thursday night there.
Yeah, he should be mingling with the sellers. They have a special.
Okay.
They have all the dealers meet in a room where they swap records. You're not. Are you going to Den Bosch, Angelo, or no?
I might consider. I'm thinking about it, Rob.
No. Here's Mazzy. The first time Mazzy didn't listen to me. I was asking Angelo.
I know.
Angelo going like this weekend. Are you going?
Okay, I got permission.
People, if anyone's interested in doing a Den Bosch meetup, let me know. I'm planning on going in April.
I got permission to show this. Okay, now I would not, if I was in a bar in the Netherlands at 6 o'clock? It was 5, 6 o'clock, right? Meeting everyone for a drink after. I certainly wouldn't be drinking this. This is like a chocolate. I don't know if there's alcohol in this or it's like a chocolate thing.
I don't know, but I mean, how do you know if he didn't have a nice meal and he ended it with some sort of
that could be, but that is like, oh my God.
Come on. Mazzy, you live in
Whatever
Seattle.
I say. Who do you think you are, Trump? Whatever I say, you say the opposite.
You live in the city that is the capital of coffee in the United States. Go into any coffee place and people are drinking drinks like that.
I would never put whipped cream on any coffee drink. I'm sorry. I am breakfast shaming, beverage shaming.
Yeah.
I mean, if this, it obviously
Nothing
it's
to
a
make a
dessert.
big deal about.
I'm just teasing. It's a dessert thing, obviously, because it has a cookie there.
I don't think Mike is a alcohol drinker, so if he wants to have yes.
He drinks whiskey. He drinks whiskey, so
Okay.
or scotch or whiskey. I'm sure he does. I don't know.
So that looks like something to enjoy after a nice meal.
Yes. Okay. I get it. Okay.
What if he went in? What if that place?
It is like an Irish coffee.
It's a branded mug. So what if that place is famous for that? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, Mazzy. Do you remember there was a place in New York called Serendipity 3? Do you remember this?
No.
It was made famous in that movie with your number one actress in John Cusack. Remember that movie? He's not listening to me.
Okay, Chocomel is a UK experience one and only chocolate taste sensation. It's a chocolate milk drink since 1932. Indulge in an uplifting, irresistible, smooth, creamy chocolate taste experience. So it is a thing.
So Mazzy, going back to your favorite actress of all time.
My favorite actress or someone I'd like to bring over for the weekend?
To bang.
It's two different things.
She made that movie with John Cusack where the famous scene.
Oh, Serendipity. That's a great movie.
So they're at the Serendipity 3, which was famous for the frozen
I forgot about that.
And that is if you look at pictures of that frozen hot chocolate, it looks more outrageous than that.
Okay. It's a famous thing. Okay.
And if you didn't look, Mike just said it's freezing cold where he is. He just wanted a nice hot chocolate. He's sitting outside.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Can a guy enjoy a drink?
Absolutely. Mike, good luck in Den Bosch.
Yeah.
I want to see a picture.
He is drink shaming you.
I wish I had printed up a shirt in an extra large, or does he wear an extra large, you think? I don't even know. I wish I had made one off shirt to send to Mike. It says, "You know what you did, Mazzy," and he has a picture of it at Michael 45's table in Den Bosch. I would pay for that. But anyway.
But you wouldn't pay $250 for it.
Oh God, this has been. This is kind of like Rob and I alone together for 2 hours. It's like being in therapy.
Oh, really? How did that go?
He's watching it.
No.
Is there any alcohol in that chocolate drink, or is it just chocolate dessert thing? Is there a little schnapps or a little brandy or something? So did you ask Stunty why the Rhino Coltrane box has French covers? Yeah, the Buena Vista in San Francisco is theoretically where the Irish coffee was invented or came to America. And yeah, they do a whole row. It's right on Fisherman's Wharf there, right in Ghirardelli Square.
I mean, let me ask you on the other end of it. Have you ever gone to a place that served very outlandish, gaudy Bloody Marys, Mazzy?
Yes.
So what's the difference between that and
I'm
that
just
drink?
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen, you're a drink hater. That's what you are.
I am not. Apparently, I shame drink. It's the kind of thing where there's some famous places that have the stupid Bloody Mary with all the things, and it has literally like a
hamburger,
a little hamburger stuck on it. There's Sam's here.
If you ever, I forget the name of the place, and this is like the only place I've ever been. A Bloody Mary is really good. Of a good Bloody Mary, there's a place in Santa Barbara on their docks, like a pier in Santa Barbara, that literally makes the Bloody Marys from scratch. They don't have Bloody Mary mix. So in front of you when you order it, they concoct the Bloody Mary. They add all the ingredients. Then they put a gigantic shrimp on a skewer in the Bloody Mary.
Right. Yeah.
That place is good.
And they
make
what are
it all from scratch.
What are the little hamburgers? Sliders. They put a slider on there.
That's one in San Diego that does that.
There's one here too. There's Sam's here. I think there's 2 or 3 Sam's in Seattle. There's one in Capitol Hill. Yeah. I have had a
good Sunday morning, a good Bloody Mary, nothing beats it, man.
I agree. I love a good Bloody Mary.
But there are places that make.
But I like the places that don't use the mix. They actually make them.
Did you just listen to what I just said?
No, because you don't listen to me, so I don't listen to you.
The place in Santa. Does anyone know that place in Santa Barbara?
You need flippers.
Where they make the Bloody Mary from scratch. They don't use a mix. Let me know. They put the horseradish in it. They do all the good stuff.
Yeah. And then
wait.
They do the sun-dried tomatoes.
What? No, if you ever want, okay, I'm going to help everyone here right now. Not a big drinker, but if you want to impress people with a good Bloody Mary, because when you order a good margarita, Mazzy, what is the signature of a good margarita?
Top shelf.
No, they line the glass rim with salt.
Yeah.
If you want to
do you upgrade to like Cuervo sometimes, or did you always get a
Cadillac?
house?
What's the Cadillac?
Cadillac. That's where Cadillac uses like a upper shelf.
No, they also add the green liqueur in it.
Do they?
Yeah. Okay. So here I'm going to help everyone out. If you want to impress people with a Bloody Mary, being a Maryland dude, you get yourself some Old Bay seasoning.
Tequila. Sorry.
You line the rim with Old Bay seasoning for Bloody Mary. That's what you do. You want to impress people?
Bloody Mary's vodka. Yeah, of course. Margarita is tequila. So,
of course, Patty comes in when it's alcohol talk.
I like a margarita, obviously tequila margarita with a shot.
Whoa, hold on.
With a shot of mezcal.
There's a war being started right now with this comment. You don't want to go to war with me, Kimbo.
Hey, Kimbo, come and grab your fucking Brandy Carlisle album. It's a gift. It's autographed.
Yeah, it cost him $250.
No, I didn't. It's a gift.
Really?
I didn't see her perform. She performed live. Randy did a set at the Easy Street Records. I think she signed like 500 copies, and they sold almost all of them. I sold all of them, actually.
All you snakes are going to war with me, really, over this? Because I said, horrible. It's all of you are like French album covers. Hey, now actually, hold on. Going into the new year, this is an excellent thing. Can everyone who has an active YouTube channel where they make videos make a video called "I'm quitting the VC"? I'm gonna make a vinyl tag. Screw all the typical vinyl tags videos. I'm gonna make one called "I'm quitting the VC," and I want everyone to make one.
Now there is one double prog album that came out in 1974 that actually I like. And I saw that tour, and I think it's a better album. And the only reason I'm comparing it to the Yes album, because it came out the same year, later that year as a double album, is Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, Genesis. I don't think it's 100% works, but it certainly has good variety and good song and some good hooks. And obviously there's some indulgence in it, but I like Lamb Lies Down. That's probably my second favorite Genesis album. My first is... That's what?
That's not live.
No, either is Yes songs. I'm sorry, not Yes songs. Tales. I'm getting
actually
confused.
You know what? Genesis album I like that no one picks is 3 Sides Live.
Yeah, but you have to get into Phil Collins if you like that shit.
No, they're still doing older Genesis stuff. Except
my first one is what's the one right before Lamb Lies Down? I'm a lawnmower. You can tell by the way I walk. Come on, help me out here. What's the name of that album? That's my favorite Genesis album, and then Lamb is second. Come on, tell me. I could look it up, but you guys are faster. The Genesis album with Peter Gabriel. Come on, who's first? Who wins? Selling England by the Pound. Thank you. Selling. That's all you need to know. Thank you, Dana. And
hey, listen, chump. You didn't include the whole title. Why don't you quit the VC?
Well, Dana didn't put the whole title. No one did.
Well, I'm blaming him. I need ammunition against
Selling England by the Pound is good because it's efficient and it's not, Could Lamb Lies Down be a single album? Maybe, probably. I can't imagine. Apparently,
No.
I will say this. Apparently, the 45 that Chad did is like 4 LPs with a massive cover, heavy cover. Apparently, it's really good, but I just can't go there for that out for 4 records.
When are you gonna post a witty comment, Chance?
Tonight. What? Okay. What is the big show tonight? Oh, you probably are going to recap WFMU. Was that tonight's show?
Yeah, tonight's Surface Noise is the one album in your collection that, if there was a twister going through your house, would rattle off the shelf and come and slice your neck off.
You know, I will say that Chance is my new hero after that photograph he posted or he took.
Who was your old hero?
It's my secret. But I think instead of WFMU, that's so last week. You should say the title of your thing should be "How Come We're Not in Den Bosch?"
Okay, Paul, context. My new message to the chat is when you make a comment, you have to pretend you didn't make another comment before it. What is this a link to? What is it a link to? Yes, he is. Chance is just another shill for Mazzy. We're all shills for Mazzy. This doesn't help anybody. As far as I think, you're trying to rickroll everyone here.
Hey, Chance, I'll probably be watching tonight. If you're still watching here, can you tell the story about that picture? I know you kind of briefly responded in the thing. Did Chad know what that shirt meant? Does he remember? Did he react? I know he has that smile, but that smile seems to be on every picture of him. So I don't know. At first, I thought you photoshopped yourself in front of him. I really thought it was a fake picture. But I had my people check out the imagery and the shadow, the Photoshop kind of filter to make sure it wasn't composited.
Mazzy, pretend you're Chance recapping this, and then I'll be one of the other panelists on the stream.
Oh, I know which one you're going to be.
Well, no, do this.
So I went to WFMU and I was wearing Mazzy's T-shirt, and so I was wearing the T-shirt, and you're showing the turquoise record behind you. Okay,
no. Wait. Stop talking so I can do my reaction.
Mazzy, shut the fuck up, dude.
See. Well, Mazzy, I think you need to get on the ball and find a new company so people can order that shirt.
Yeah, I need to get them back in print. If I do decide to go to Den Bosch, I need to do that shirt. I need to do you know what you did, Mazzy shirts. I need to do the whole line of passive aggressive line.
Okay, so let me. Oh, this is, I think, the first time she's commented here. Hello, Gabby.
Oh, no, did you really do that? Are you serious, Gabby?
Oh, so he told you the full story? I guess Mazzy's living in Chad's head for rent-free.
I met Gabby at the Beatle Fest.
So Mazzy.
He had met Joey on his tour on the cottage tour.
Craig, what's going on, man? Are you free from work duties?
Oh.
Yeah, we need to catch up on what's going on with you.
I don't think an I Love M45 t-shirt would do well.
No. Shut the fuck up, Mazzy shirt should be made.
Shut the fuck up, Matt.
Okay, Mazzy,
but also, I know what you did, Mazzy. Mazzy, I know what you did. You know what you did.
Okay, so Mazzy, here's a good thing for you.
I need to get Tom or Sean. If you're watching, Tom, I need designs.
Mazzy, you've determined you need around $5,000 to go to Den Bosch. I
don't need that much. I have to say,
I think if you did a fundraiser with "Shut the Fuck Up, Mazzy" t-shirts, only because you will have this, and if we're there together in Den Bosch, you should be saying this. And Mazzy and Rob here in Dumbosh, we had a good day today. Brought to you by Chad. You should just be saying that because you sold all these shirts to pay for your trip.
You need about $3,000. About $3,000.
I'm using, so I buy a shitload of records. I use my credit cards, which I pay off every
Points for
month,
flying
and I get all these points. I'm using my points to travel.
Did Mike send you the hotel? The name of the hotel?
No, I'll find a place.
I'll send it. No, he said this is the best place, and it's a good place, and it's walkable or close by.
What record store day is in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yes.
So we have 2 weeks. Well, I think not next week, the week after, the Thursday. Ooh, am I going to do a stream on Thanksgiving? I don't see why not. We'll spend that going over the record store day list. And
I will be here because I'm going up to Michelle's on the weekend, not on Thanksgiving. So, because after records, we have it's going to be Kimbo and Joey and I at Silver Platters. Maybe again, the new kid. Wow.
Where's that footage live, Mazzy?
What footage?
Him telling you to shut the fuck up. It is somewhere, right? Does someone repost it?
A couple of people have posted it. I think at one point Vine or Richie, but it's like hidden at the end of let's see here. It's hidden at the end of a long other video. So let's see if I have it. You know, the thing is, unfortunately, people need to see the long version because some people say right when he got up there, I jumped on all over him and opened my mouth. And that's further from the truth. Remember we called it the Daddy Boggs effect, where someone tries to get on and their audio's not working, their camera's not working. And it took Chad about 5 or 6 minutes to get on there. And he was amped up because of the box set you guys all had, the Bill Evans box, and you had some problems with, and a couple people did. And he was very open about he'll if someone wants their money back, he'll replace it. I think he was fair, and I think it was just a bad time that someone convinced him you should come on this live stream, which probably wasn't a good idea. Okay, we'll close out with this. We're about at the top of the hour, but just to show everybody if they haven't seen it before.
Oh, geez.
And okay, Mike is on it, PB Thal, Rachel, M45, and what's our friend in Texas, the bald guy? What's Putterman?
I came on a little later after.
You came on later because of this issue.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, can I buy UHQR records? Yeah, Nazi, shut the fuck up, dude. No, shut up. No.
See, I didn't even say anything offensive. Can I buy UHQR records?
Well, the sound of your voice just is hurtful to the ears. All right.
No, Mazzy, shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh, wait. Someone just sent me the video.
I haven't seen Putterman in a long time. That's why I know. Of course, I know Putterman. I like Putterman.
Okay. Everyone have a good rest of your week.
Who sent you the video? Who sent you the video? Who sent you the video?
A friend of the channel.
Well, text me later. Okay.
I'll
Bye,
send it
everybody.
to you. Where did you
have a good weekend?
Okay. Well, he's left me. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Evening, weekend, the rest of the week.